Okay, just for fun, I'm going to show a launch of Gary's mod. Launching game. It's the speed on the launch is heads above anything I ever saw with the 1000 SSD, the Asus SSD. Took about probably 5 minutes for it to load this game. The hard drive was quite a bit quicker. It took, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, but with this SSD, you'll see it loads fairly quick. The Patriot SSD is an up to 3 gigabytes per second, 2.5 inch. It's actually probably being put to not enough use in this little EEE machine. It's kind of overkill. It's really meant to be, a pretty quick SSD for your main OS drive, on an office gaming computer. But if you want a good amount of space SSD on your notebook, it suffices definitely. So I'm pretty pleased with it. So compared to a desktop, this is still a lot slower. That's due to the memory bandwidth of the, there we are, the bandwidth and the processing power of this little unit, which is pretty sparse. So let's go ahead and load up a single player game and kind of see how quick that loads. Once again, this portion of it took several minutes on the Asus 8 GB SSD, and the normal hard drive took a lot of time as well. Not as long as the 8 GB SSD though. Okay, so we're finally loaded. As you can see, the little 1000 can handle this, fairly well. You're getting about 20 to 30 frames a second, and if you spawn any characters on the board, it drops to about 6. So it really depends where you're at on the map, but it does run. So let's go back and do some other tests.